Morning and welcome back to another video, and today is another day of the 0 to Gold Cap Challenge. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Okay, so today I want to go over a farm that was put towards me from one of my Discord subs. He then showed one of my guides, which my guide actually showed me. So obviously Chinese whispers kind of. So basically what it actually is for a mount that you can then sell. Now this isn't a standard go out and farm and you're going to get it. It's literally one of those ones that you'll be posting in Tradechat in order to sell on, because you're not necessarily selling the mount, but you are more or less selling the items for the mount to them. So just bear that one in mind right now, that this may not be for everyone. Now aside from that, let's get into what you actually have to do. You have to make your way over to the Timeless Isle, which is lovely and over here, and there is a vendor right about here, and let's pull him up on the map right now. Now he is located roughly around here, and pretty much all you have to do is speak to him. For the initial way in order to actually get this, you will need to be telling your person who you are selling to go and buy something from him, and that is using 100 timeless coins, so they're really easy to get a hold of. You just kill a rare and you get at least 100, and you'll be getting the Firewatcher's Oath. Now what you'll be wanting to do with the Firewatcher's Oath is by then jumping over towards somewhere like Westfall, or a graveyard in particular. Now what you'll be wanting to do is by selling this in Tradechat, so making a macro up, which I'm going to throw up on the screen right now, and basically that means that it will post it in, so you're going to want to sell blah blah blah, because you're going to be selling bloody coins. Now bloody coins, however, can only be gathered if you have the Firewatcher's Oath attached. So I have actually got this, and all the person who's actually going to be doing this or getting the actual mount is going to press it, and they will get the Firewatcher's Oath. This will turn you into a Tauranish-esque dude from like Mr. Pandaria, and I can't actually remember what they're actually called, but you get the point. Now the next thing of note that you'll be wanting to do is your task. Now your task is to give them the bloody coins, and what you're going to be wanting to do is by letting them kill you over and over again while having this buff. Now that means that obviously it's a 10-minute cooldown for the buff, and it's a 10-minute buff for the buff, so every 10 minutes you're going to have to just reapply the buff and let them kill you. The best way in order to do this is to make sure that you specifically have resurrection sickness, and also stand next to each other in the graveyard. So when you get your resurrection sickness, where you actually spawn after you've gotten your resurrection sickness, you do not move. All you have to do is let them wail on you until they gain 500 bloody coins. Now that gives them enough in order to get a hold of the reins of the Ashhide Mushan Beast, which is a mount. You can also sell the Vengeful Porcupet, but that doesn't really sell all that much. What you'll be wanting to sell is the bloody coins, 500 of them, for the reins of the Ashhide Mushan Beast. Now that being the case, what you're going to be wanting to do now is let them wail on you, and there is a macro which I'm going to post in the description and on the screen right now, which will actually, when pressed, will just do all of the pop-up buttons that you would be usually doing. So instead of pressing all of the buttons to resurrect and all that, all you have to do is press a button and it will do it for you. Obviously this isn't a cheat or anything, this is actually part of the standard macro, so you're fine if anyone is concerned about that. Now the next thing of note that you will be doing is letting them wail on you. They get their 500 bloody coins, and all they have to do is return back to the vendor and buy them Ashhide Mushan Beast. Now me and one of my guides, Snar RP, he actually did this for me, and we actually tested this out. On the screen right now is the video footage of us actually doing that. All I did was just cast Moonfire on him and just hit him with my pole arm until every time he died, and then just made sure that he kept dying until I actually got hold of my 500 bloody coins. And as a result of that, I actually have the Ashhide Motion Beast now. Now this mount is pretty damn cool, and overall I found this to be actually kind of enjoyable. Now the time in which it actually takes for actually getting this done is around about 30 minutes. So you'll need to apply so your buyer will have to apply the buff 3 times on average, give or take like 5 minutes, depending on how fast they can kill you. And then basically all they'll have to do is then pay you. Now the best way of gaining payment for this is taking half of it up front and half afterwards. That means that if you sell it for, let's just say for instance 100,000 gold, then they'll pay you 50,000 gold up front and then 50,000 gold after they've gained their 500 bloody coins. And then obviously you've got your gold, they've got their coins, they can go get their mount, and all said and done. So that way, even if they bail, once they've got their 500 bloody coins, at least you've got half of what they've already given you. So that's one thing you may want to bear in mind right there. Now for obvious reasons, I've never really covered anything that you would sell in Tradechat. Besides like the bone white primal raptor, that's an easy one to do. But at the end of the day, selling this mount in Tradechat is quite common. I've actually seen this a couple of times in my Tradechat, people just selling this. Basically, all you're doing is selling people bloody coins in order to get a hold of all of that for a decent amount of gold. Now, the current rate for the Motion Beast goes as follows, is around about 200,000 gold. So it takes roughly around about 30 minutes in order to actually do the slot. Now, for obvious reasons, they have to have the Firewatcher's Oath, which is an absolute requirement in order to get a hold of this. But other than that, you're just trading your time for them to just kill your character over and over again 500 times until they've got enough coins, and then they can get their mount and you can get your gold. So obviously, I want to state this again. This may not be for everyone because not a lot of people like doing this type of stuff, but I wanted to make this very clear that it's not for everyone. Now, for obvious reasons, this is a nice way in order to get a hold of a nice piece of gold, and overall I've actually gained a mount from it. So as a mount collector, I very much am very happy with all of this, and it saved me 200,000 gold, so thank you very much. Now, aside from all of that, that is basically all you have to do. Well, that being the case, let's get into the gold for the day. Now the gold for the day goes as follows, is a lovely 12,252 gold. This is much less than the other ones from earlier in the week, like yesterday's video, which was quite a lot of gold for the last 4 days, but today is roughly around about 12,252 gold. Not overly too amazing, and the things of note is Siren's Pollen 275, 1,105 gold. Flask of Titanic Strength, 8 of those for 1,597 gold. The Highborn Compendium of Sundering, 1,447 gold. Uncanny Combatant's Sorcerer's Scepter for 2,224 gold. Compendium of Storms, 1,230 gold. Highborn Compendium of Sundering, 1,447 gold, like as before. And the rest of it was all just like bits of like, and the rest of it's all just like random stuff like Goblin Glider kits, the food, and just random shard crystals and stuff. So let's just pull in all of that gold right there. So doing quite well. I need to do my garrison restock for the day, obviously, and I will be doing it along the lines. I've actually reset up all of my thing for all of that, so I've even got my worth it list of all the things that are being done for worth it, and yeah, the list is quite extensive. The other things of note that I will be doing is keeping track of all my guides, what the type of guides that I'm actually planning on doing, because I'm planning on doing some really big guides and actually doing some real in-depth ones. So that's something I wanted to bear in mind right there, just so I can keep myself on track, so to speak. But other than that, this is all set up for every single character, so when I log into a character, it will tell me Giblet's dailies, then I move into Corthana, it will tell me Corthana's dailies, and it goes as follows like that. So if we go into task management, there is a load of tasks all set up that you aren't seeing, but they're all set up for different characters. So it tells me exactly what I need to do, because obviously my mage is my auctioneer, so obviously I don't want relist auctions on everyone else's thing. Actually, I've already done that today, so that being the case, that's not too bad. So we've got to do our crafted tailoring and enchanting, garrison daily, and then just tick it off on the main one once everyone else's is done. So that being the case, not doing too bad. I really did find that this mount thing for the Ashhide Motion Beast to be quite an interesting one in order to do. As it stands right now, I was just talking to SRP this morning, and he's already found a buyer already for the Motion Beast for the bloody coins, and that's a 200,000 gold given to him at the end of what he's actually going to be doing. So he's going to be pulling in a decent amount of gold. So just wanted to make this one clear. Thank you very much for the Discord sub that actually mentioned this to me, and I'm really happy in order to see stuff like this being put forward, because this is definitely out of the box of what is considered a standard gold farm, and I found this to be quite interesting. So other than that, guys, have an awesome rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow.